Hi, my name is Brandie and welcome to my video on the most powerful lead generation tool I believe to be, which is LinkedIn Sales Navigator. So in general, just LinkedIn itself is a gold mine for lead generation, and there are 3 reasons why. The first reason is because people can put a face to messaging. When you send people email from email marketing, they don't know what you look like. They're not sure if they can trust you. They want to see what you look like because you can see what they look like. And so through LinkedIn, prospects are able to see your face, they're able to see your profile, they're able to build a little bit of trust just because they feel like they're talking to you exactly, and it's direct messaging as well. The second reason why LinkedIn itself is a gold mine is because you can pre-qualify leads. You can check out their LinkedIn profile. You can see if you're marketing towards people who own agencies, who are agency owners, then you can see that they own a e-commerce agency. Or if you're marketing yourself to people who are chiropractors, then you can see that there are chiropractors on LinkedIn. The third reason why LinkedIn is a gold mine is because you can actually interact with your prospects. So you know who your prospects are because you've added them as a connection on LinkedIn, and you can like and you can comment and you can build a little bit of trust there as well. And at the same time, you can also post your own articles, so people who investigate you are able to kind of get an idea of who you are as a person and therefore want to work with you. So let's move on to Sales Navigator. The 3 benefits of Sales Navigator is 1, it has very in-depth filters, so you're able to market towards your target market or your niche. 2, it has in-mail messaging, so you can reach even more prospects and reach out to people who aren't even connected to you and haven't accepted your connection request. 3, it's organized and it's like kind of this large dashboard. So you can see all your in-mail messages and you can also see all your connection messages. So you can kind of keep track of all your messaging in one place. So now I'm going to give you a tour of the interface and show you a little bit about how I use LinkedIn Sales Navigator. All right, now we're on LinkedIn Sales Navigator. We're currently using my account, Brandie. We can see a lot of posts that our prospects have shared, our connections have shared, and it actually takes away a lot of the noise, like the ads on LinkedIn. So you're able to really narrow down and interact with the prospects or connections that you want to interact with to build a little bit of social trust there. And a main feature that I wanted to show off was the filters, because a lot of people pay for, honestly, just these filters. So they're really exact. They really narrow down your target market, so that way you're not wasting messaging and you're not wasting any connections. If I were to look for e-commerce agency owners in the United Kingdom, this is what I would do. So agency and keywords. So how keywords works is if I were to search up just agency, anybody on LinkedIn who has ever used the word agency will pop up. So that's not very exact, but it does help with filtering. And so we can go United Kingdom right here in geography, industry. We're looking for e-commerce agencies. It's very likely that they're marketing. So we'll choose marketing. We can choose relationship if you want. I'm looking for cold leads, so it doesn't really matter. And we'll go to seniority level. So this is where we can find the owners. You can choose whichever one you want. CXO usually means CEO, COO, CTO, CFO, anything with C in it. But I'm looking for owners. I'm looking for the owners of these agencies, and I'm hoping that they've been in business for around like 1 to 2 years. 1 to 2 years of experience. Hopefully they have 3 or 5. So as you can see, we've really narrowed down the results to 167 leads. Then we can kind of personalize our messaging a bit more. We can say, hey, notice that you're a agency owner for the past 1 to 2 years within the United Kingdom. Just wanted to shoot you a message. So it makes it a little bit more exact, and you can also test out to see what filters work the best. So make sure you track all your messaging and you track all your filters. So let's just press, and you can fill out all this other information as well if you'd like company headcount, how many people work for this company. Now if I press search, what comes up is this. So you can see here it says save, because I can save these leads. So you can click on these profiles and you can actually kind of try to pre-qualify them before you even have a conversation with them or before you even try to cold message them. And we try to message people who are most likely to answer, and the way to find the people that are most active on LinkedIn is clicking right here, posted on LinkedIn in the past 30 days, because they are active. And so these people are bound to respond. All of these people here, these 55 people, are bound to respond to me, or they're bound to see my message. And if they don't respond, then they're probably just ignoring it. But a lot of them will be like, no, thank you, or like, yes, tell me more. So this is where you're gonna find your hottest leads. Moving on to lead lists. So this is what I meant by you can save your leads.
So you can create filters and save all those leads and create lead lists and go through them one at a time with the same kind of messaging. Or you can do what I do and just save your leads so you don't have any overlap, so you're able to keep track of who you've messaged. So if you're using other multiple LinkedIn accounts, you don't overlap your saved leads and message them twice, because that might come off as a bit annoying, and I don't think prospects really like that much. So you can go ahead and use this. I personally don't use it that much, but I know my LinkedIn manager does. Moving on to messaging. So this is the fun part. So the thing about LinkedIn Sales Navigator InMail is that for regular accounts that aren't open, and I'll explain what that means in a second, you only get a limited amount of credits per month, or else the rest that you have to pay for. And so these are people who don't have open accounts. They're not really looking for an InMail message from you, but you can send them one if you want to use some of your credits or pay for more credits. But typically, people who don't have open accounts, we usually just send them a connection request and wait for them to accept it, and then we start the whole first initial message and follow-up messaging. And I have another video posted if you want to check it out. It's in the link in the description below about writing really basic LinkedIn messaging for LinkedIn outreach, as well as when to follow up, how to follow up, and how to track your messaging. So feel free to go check it out. But usually if their account isn't open, we'll send them a connection request. And if you're like this person and your account is open, then usually we would send you an InMail message, and we would also send you a connection request as well to see which one you accept first, because sometimes people accept the InMail messages, but sometimes they don't accept the connection request. We're just trying to go through all the doors that would help us reach the prospect. And so when the account is open, what that also means is that it's completely for free to message them through InMail. And so this comes with LinkedIn Sales Navigator. So you should definitely take advantage of that. And you'll find that with a lot of e-commerce people in general, a lot of their accounts are open. So my agency is not called The Macro Systems. My agency is called Totally Branded. So Totally Branded is an umbrella agency that's built multiple different mini agencies. And one of those mini agencies is the Macro Systems that we're using my account for. So this is the claim. We bring you leads that are already sold on your agency before they even book a demo with you to generate you an additional $5,000 to $10,000 a month. And we go on and on and on. And as you can see, we have this whole messaging drip, and this person is completely ignoring me, but that's okay because we have a lot more leads. But if you're interested to see how my messaging works, feel free to go watch my other video, like I mentioned before, link in the description below, on how to write basic and good LinkedIn messaging. And as you can tell, every single day we're either sending a follow-up, or we're sending a first initial message, or we're sending a reply out to people. Like, we are able to be very active and check our messages very consistently through LinkedIn Sales Navigator. The last interesting about LinkedIn Sales Navigator is that it's kind of like a large dashboard for messaging on LinkedIn as a whole. So as you can see here, I invited this person to connect. So this is actually a connection message. This is not an InMail message. This is a connection message on just regular LinkedIn. And it pops up here as well. So that way I'm able to do all my follow-ups all in one go, and I can see everything. And so all my messaging and all my replies are all in one place, and I'm able to follow up with people all in one go. And I can also continuously continue the follow-up drip here. And you can probably tell, but this person definitely did not have their account open, or else we would have been messaging them on InMail, but instead we invited them to connect, and then we just followed up with them.
So that's the end of my LinkedIn Sales Navigator video, and I hope everyone found some value out of this, and I hope that you actually do look into, probably I would say, the best lead generation tool that there is. It is an absolute gold mine. Not everybody is on it yet, so please hop on it. If you need any help, or you want to outsource this service, feel free to message me. One of my mini agencies that Totally Branded, my agency, owns, does do LinkedIn outreach at the same time as email prospecting, and we actually retarget those prospects through both of the channels, so that way no prospects fall through the cracks. But otherwise, please like and subscribe, and if you want to get to know me, if you have any questions, comments, feel free to comment them down below, or feel free to email this email right here if you want to get in touch or be friends. Hope you have a great day. Take care.